Warren Buffett is a very famous person in the investing world. He started having an interest in investing at a young age, having bought his first stock at the age of 11 years old. He is one of the most successful investors of all time. If you had invested $1,000 in his holding company, Berkshire Hathaway, when it first started, it would be worth around $17 million today. I'm sure you're curious how Warren Buffett became successful. How did he do it? Mostly through smart and wise decisions and adhering to key investing principles. Most of the principles he follows are from the School of Value Investing. Here are 7 major principles that he teaches to beginner investors. Hi, and welcome to Business Reactor, where we will be showing you the latest tips and tricks in the financial space as well as business and entrepreneurship. If you want success in your life and business, then you came to the right place, because in this channel, we help you in getting ready for success. For more latest success tips from our videos, subscribe to our channel and click on that notification bell button. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Have integrity and talent. Warren Buffett says that when he hires people, he looks for 3 traits: intelligence, energy, and integrity. The most important, he says, is integrity. If the person doesn't have integrity, the first two won't matter. In the same way, when you invest, make integrity your top trait. Be disciplined over the long term because investing is for the long term. While you do need to be smart and energetic, your integrity is what will make you stick around and come out on top. Number 2. Invest by facts, not emotions. Warren Buffett emphasizes how important it is to stay calm if you are investing. He famously said, "Remember that the stock market is manic depressive." He reminds us that the stock market can swing like a pendulum between extreme optimism and extreme pessimism. It's important that you, as an investor, do not sway along with the pendulum and end up manic depressive yourself along with the market. This manic depressive behavior of the stock market actually creates opportunities, such as when stocks are really great businesses become available at insanely low prices. Your job is to keep an eye out when prices and valuations are in your favor and not have the market dictate your actions. Number 3. Buy wonderful businesses, not cigar butts. Cigar butts? What in the world is Warren Buffett talking about? Well, during his earlier years of investing, he adopted an approach called deep value investing by his mentor, Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Warren Buffett called this approach cigar butt investing, where you try to find a really kind of pathetic company, but it sells so cheap that you think there is one good puff left in it. In his 1989 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders, he explained, if you buy a stock at a sufficiently low price, there will usually be some hiccup in the fortunes of the business that gives you a chance to unload a decent profit, even though the long-term performance of the business may be terrible. I call this the cigar butt approach to investing. A cigar butt found on the street that has only one puff left in it may not offer much of a smoke, but the bargain purchase will make that puff all profit. Although he has made a lot of money with this approach, it was not going to scale. So he started focusing more on wonderful businesses rather than on cigar butts. The strategy is to accumulate companies that are run by competent management teams. Such companies have solid financials with a great cash flow that allows them to weather prolonged crises such as this pandemic. Well-run, stable companies allocate capital efficiently to obtain the highest returns. You will sleep better at night knowing that the chances of such wonderful companies going under is very low. Since he changed his investing strategy from cigar butt investing to buying wonderful businesses, Warren Buffett has said, "I would rather buy a wonderful business at a fair price than a fair business at a wonderful price." Number 4, only buy stocks you understand. Now that you know how to buy wonderful businesses rather than cigar butts, your next question most probably is, how do I know which wonderful business to invest in? Warren Buffett's answer is, never invest in a business you cannot understand. In his 1996 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders, he wrote, "What an investor needs is the ability to correctly evaluate selected businesses." Note that word selected. You don't have to be an expert on every company or even many. You only have to be able to evaluate companies within your circle of competence. The size of that circle is not very important. Knowing its boundaries, however, is vital. So, to understand a business, it doesn't necessarily mean to understand what its products do. Rather, you must learn to understand the economics of the business and how it's likely going to perform in 10 or 20 years from now. Warren Buffett considers financial stocks and consumer discretionary stocks to be his circle of competence. He doesn't consider technology to be within his circle of competence, which is why he generally shields away from tech companies for a large part of his career. Of course, you can still invest in companies outside your circle of competence, but just make sure you give it proper valuation. Number 5. When you see a great opportunity, take it. In his 2016 shareholder letter, Warren Buffett wrote, "Every decade or so, dark clouds will fill the economic skies, and they will briefly rain gold. When downpours of that sort occur, it's imperative that we rush outdoors carrying washtubs, not teaspoons." During a talk he did at the University of Georgia's Terry College of Business, Warren Buffett said, "Big opportunities in life have to be seized. When we get the chance to do something that's right and big, we've got to do it. To do it in a small scale is almost just as big a mistake as not doing it at all. You've really got to grab them when they come." Investing is long term, so just be patient and you will have many opportunities to buy wonderful businesses at low prices. Make sure you have a certain percentage of your portfolio in cash to take advantage of these sales when they come. Number 6, don't sell unless the business fundamentally changes. There are right and wrong reasons to sell stocks. Warren Buffett has cited only two reasons to sell. First, when you need the money for a more attractive opportunity, take it from the main man himself. We would sell if we needed money for something else. I would reluctantly sell something terribly cheap to buy something even cheaper. The second reason, which is also his more common reason, is because the business has fundamentally changed or its competitive landscape has changed. When his holding company Berkshire Hathaway sold McDonald's and Disney stock in 2018, Buffett explained, "We sell really when we were reevaluating the economic characteristics of the business. We probably had one view of the long term competitive advantage of the company at the time we bought it, and we may have modified that. That doesn't mean we think that the company is going into some disastrous period or anything like that. We think McDonald's has a fine future, we think Disney has a fine future, and there are others. But we don't think their competitive advantage is as strong as we thought it was when we initially made the decision." Beyond these two reasons, there is no need to sell even if the stock price soars or if a billionaire sells the same stock. Don't sell just because everyone else is selling. Even worse, don't sell if the stock prices plunge. That is the worst reason to sell. In fact, if your original reason for buying still applies, this would be a good time to buy, not sell. Number 7, buy at a price below intrinsic value. Intrinsic value of a stock is basically what the stock is actually worth. It is the stock's true value. It is different from the current stock price as the price changes with the stock market. Knowing the intrinsic value of a stock is a great tool for you to search the market for great bargains. When looking at the intrinsic value of a company or its stock, you can think of it the way Buffett explained it. Intrinsic value is the number that if you were all knowing about the future and could predict all the cash that the business would give you between now and Judgment Day, discounted at the proper discount rate, that number is what the intrinsic value of a business is. So it boils down to the question, how much cash is it going to give you? Taking off from Buffett's wisdom, how much are you going to get? When are you going to get it? And how sure are you? Warren Buffett says that it is true regardless of whether you're buying a farm, an apartment, any financial asset, even oil in the ground. You're putting out cash now to get more cash back later on. There are several ways to calculate a stock's intrinsic value, but we won't go into those in this video. Once you know the intrinsic value of a stock, you will be able to make better investing decisions. You will know it's good to buy when the stock price is lower than its intrinsic value. Remember, Warren Buffett said, the only reason for making an investment and laying out money is to get more money later on. That's what investing is all about. I hope these 7 principles of investing from Warren Buffett have given you a clear idea on how to invest and make your money grow. Basically, just remember that investing is a long term endeavor. Have integrity, be patient, and calm rather than be influenced by the whims of the market. Don't just buy stocks, rather, buy wonderful businesses. Think as if you're buying the whole business, so you need to study how stable and well run the company is. Of course, stay within your circle of competence and take advantage of great opportunities to buy those wonderful businesses you understand. And remember to buy below a company's intrinsic value. And that's it for today. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications for up to date videos on new trends and tips in the financial space, as well as business and entrepreneurship. Also, do leave a comment below if you have any thoughts and give a press on that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.